Before we begin, I would like to make an announcement. So once the attendance link is shared, please be sure to fill the form with correct details. By correct details, I mean the spelling for your name, school, and your IC numbers, etc. So the correct details are important for your e-certification and the attendance record. All right, thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil wa bihi nasta'in wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Puan Haji Numaziah binti Abdul Rahman, School Improvement Partners SIP Plus, Dungun District Education Office, Cikgu Muhammad Nasir bin Harun, President of Dungun District Association of School Principals, Cikgu Ahmad Anwar bin Abdul Rahman, Principal of SMK Seri Paka, teachers, students, parents, and our fellow viewers. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To gain more barakah from Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, let us begin our program with a doa recitation by Muhammad Akram bin Ahmad Sukri. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma zunubana walikwa minal ladzina sabaquna bil iman faj'al fi qulubina lil ladzina amanu rabbana innaka raufur rahim. Ya Allah ya Rahman ya Rahim, kami menadah tangan memohon restumu. Kurniakanlah kepada kami iman yang teguh, ilmu yang memberi manfaat, kefahaman yang mendalam, doa yang mustajab, hajat yang tertunai, keselamatan dan kesejahteraan di dunia dan di akhirat. Ya Allah ya Fattah, jadikanlah kem teknik menjawab pada malam ini sebagai satu wisalah ke arah memperkukuhkan lagi kefahaman kami terhadap subjek bahasa Inggeris. Perkukuhkan azam dan itizam kami dalam usaha kami menentukan ilmu. Jadikan usaha kami ini sebagai satu ibadah. Limpahkanlah cahaya petunjuk-Mu untuk kami terus melaksanakan tanggungjawab kami sebagai pelajar demi kesejahteraan agama, masyarakat dan negara. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, berkatilah usaha-usaha kami. Mudahan dengan usaha ini kami menjadi pelajar yang cemerlang sama ada dalam aspek akademik maupun kepribadian. Jadikanlah majlis ilmu pada malam ini sebagai satu majlis yang dirahmati. Pemudahkanlah usaha guru-guru, ampunilah dosa ibu bapa kami, juga dosa guru-guru kami. Jauhkan kami semua dari segala bala bencana, kebinasaan dan kerosakan dan apa-apa perkara yang menjauhi kami dari rahmat-Mu. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azabannar. Sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Walhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Amin amin ya rabbal alamin.
Amin, 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 ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Muhammad Akram bin Ahmad Sukri. Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, the Lord, the Creator and the Sustainer of the whole universe. For His blessing, we can gather here in this virtual world for a special sharing program on the new SPM 2021 English 1119 paper assessments. Let us all give our 100% attention for tonight's program. Distinguished guests and fellow viewers, first of all, I would like to briefly introduce our guests and the team for tonight's session. First, we have Puan Hajah Numaziah binti Abdul Rahman, the School Improvement Partners, SIP Plus from Dungun District Education Office. Welcome, Puan. And then next, we have Ustazah Nuraini Embong as our dedicated technical officer for today's program. Thank you, Ustazah. All right. Our Honorable Facilitator, Madam Nurul Huda binti Abdullah. Welcome, Madam Nurul Huda. All right. And lastly, we have Mr. Muhammad Alif Ikhwan bin Awangni. And me, Miss Akilah Humairah binti Mukhtar, as the moderators for tonight's program Wasilah Wacana Ilmu, Sederap Pasti Menyerlah for English subject. Distinguished guests and fellow viewers, now I would like to respectfully invite Puan Hajah Numaziah binti Abdul Rahman, School Improvement Partners, SIP Plus, Dungun District Education Office to deliver the opening speech. Please welcome.
Okay, thank you, Akila. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good evening. Okay. First, setinggi-tinggi penghargaan kepada kehadrat Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala kerana pada malam ini kita dapat bersama-sama lagi untuk mengikuti program Wacana Ilmu Sederap Pasti Menyerlah untuk subjek Bahasa Inggeris Anjuran PPT dan juga MPSM Dungun di bawah kelolaan SMK Seri Paka. Tuan Haji Muhammad Fazilah Muhammad Ibrahim, Deputy of Learning Sector PPD Dungun, Puan Haja Siti Zaliha Abdullah, SPN Desk Officer PPD Dungun, Encik Muhammad Anwar Abdul Rahman, Principal of SMK Seri Paka, our facilitator for this evening, Madam Nurul Huda Abdullah from SMSD, our moderator, sweet moderator, Miss Akila Humaira Mokhtar, and also Mr. Muhammad Alif Ikhwan from SMK Seri Paka, all fellow English teachers and all Form 4 and Form 5 students in Dungun, also parents. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to the speakers for today and the students, especially for all the detailed and thorough preparation for the important SPM examination next year. Okay. I would like to grab the opportunity to encourage the students to utilize every source and opportunity to gain knowledge and skills that are significant in helping you securing a guaranteed success in the future. Dear children, be strong and be an opportunist. Take all the chances available. Make use of all the hurdles and challenges in the journey of becoming a stronger and better person. The hardship are the ones that improve ourselves, especially both our mind and bodies. Overcoming the challenges promises us a successful future, inshallah. It is known that the children are the future. All of you are the ones who carries the light in realizing our hope. The PPD Dungun in emerging as the top among other districts in every aspect, especially in the academic education. Last but not least, I want to channel my hope and prayers for the program carried out will experience success. Let your commitment beyond compare make you the best of yourself onwards and in our future endeavors. May Allah is everything for us. And sedikit dalam bahasa Melayu khusus untuk anak-anak semua Bonda mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan tahniah syabas terutamanya kepada penganjur SMK Seri Paka, Ustazah Nuraini dan juga kepada FESI kita dan kepada semua guru-guru bahasa Inggeris khususnya dan anak-anak pelajar di atas komitmen terbaik yang anak-anak telah berikan sepanjang program Wasilah ini. Dan kita mengharapkan komitmen anak-anak ini berterusan dan gunakanlah setiap peluang yang ada untuk bersama-sama mencungkir seberapa banyak ilmu yang boleh melalui program yang disusun sebegini rupa, disusun rapi khusus untuk anak-anak semua Jadikan halangan, cabaran yang kita terpaksa tempuhi ini dalam era baru, cara pembelajaran kita yang mencabar kadang-kadang menguji kesabaran kita ini juga sebagai satu platform untuk kita terus menjadikan diri kita hebat, menjadikan diri kita ini mempunyai jati diri yang kuat untuk meneruskan semangat juang bagi memastikan suatu hari nanti kita adalah antara orang-orang yang hebat yang boleh mendapat kejayaan yang cemerlang ya di dalam kehidupan kita amnya dan juga dalam peperiksaan ismiah insya-Allah. Kerana mata pelajaran bahasa Inggeris ini juga merupakan salah satu mata pelajaran yang sangat penting ya bagi melengkapkan kita, memberikan kita package bagi kita boleh berdaya saing di dalam pasaran ya bukan hanya dalam pendidikan tetapi juga di dalam kerjaya kita suatu hari nanti. Jadi anak-anak semua teruskan mengikuti program ini dengan memberikan fokus yang terbaik ya. Insya-Allah kerana banyak nanti akan perkongsian yang akan anak-anak dapat dengan sesi bersama dengan guru-guru yang sangat banyak pengalamannya. Madam Nurul Huda merupakan orang yang seorang guru bahasa Inggeris yang banyak pengalaman dan boleh pastinya boleh memberikan anak-anak tips yang terbaik ya bagi meneruskan pembelajaran seterusnya perjuangan anak-anak semua insya-Allah ya. Jadi gunakan peluang yang ada ini terbaik mungkin. Bonda mengharapkan semuanya sihat ya dan dapat mengikuti keseluruhan program dengan cemerlang ya sepenuh tumpuan diberikan. Jadi bonda rasa itu sahaja. That's all from me. Good luck and thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Puan, for your inspiring and delightful speech. Representing the host, we would like to express our sincere appreciation to have you here for tonight's program. It is hoped that all students can grab the opportunity to gain inspiration and motivation from the speech. Distinguished guests and fellow viewers, before we begin our program tonight, let me introduce our facilitator for tonight's session. We are privileged to have Madam Nurul Huda binti Abdullah joining us as our facilitator. With 18 years of experience in teaching, being the JU for district level, SEFA Form 1, Form 2, Form 4, and also a PT for English language program in the district level. She is a graduate of Bachelor's in Education with honors in TESOL, 𝔬𝕒𝕤𝕗𝕗. Madam Nurul Huda is a teacher in SM Sains Dungun since 2003 until today. So tonight, she will be providing us with a sharing on the new SPM 2021 English 1119 paper assessments.
Thank you.
Before we begin, I would like to once again remind you to fill the online attendance form with correct details, all right? So next, students are also reminded to jot down notes for tonight's program. Please do so, especially for all students Form 5. And then next, we'll be running a live Q&A throughout the webinar. So if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat space, all right? And if you miss anything, don't worry, you can always come and watch this video right on this YouTube channel again, all right? So we will also have a quiz session at the end of the program. Students are welcome to join in. Please stay until the end of tonight's program for that session. There will be prizes awaiting. We are glad to inform that the prizes for the session are sponsored by the English panel of SMK Seri Paka. Distinguished guests and fellow viewers, without further ado, I would like to invite Madam Nurul Huda binti Abdullah to start her sharing. Falyatafaddal mashkura.
Okay, thank you, Miss Humaira. Right, Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to all. Okay. All right, so for tonight, actually this is just a session, a sharing session for SPM English, SPM English paper. Okay, 1119. So as you know, all students, so this will be our first time this year. We're having our new format, okay, for English. All right. So I think before we start, hopefully, if possible, hopefully, I was hoping so that I can share with you all the 4 papers for tonight. Okay, so please be with us through all the session. Okay, right. Okay, so the new, sorry. Okay, so let me share my first slide. Okay. Okay. All right, new assessment format SPM. Okay, English language in line with CAFR 119 KSSM. Okay, so this year we have we started the new format this year, where we have we have paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and paper 4. Right, paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and paper 4. Okay, the code for this paper is still the same, which is 119. Okay, previously we have paper 1 and paper 2 only, right? But this year, okay, since this is the first year, so we have paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and paper 4, which is test on the 4 skills, which are reading, writing, speaking, and listening, right? Okay, we will go one by one for each paper. As you can see on the screen, if reading consists of 40 marks, okay, writing 60, speaking 24, and listening 30 marks. Whereas the weightage, the percentage taken from each paper is 25%. Okay, so we have also different durations, okay, which is for reading, we have 1 hour and 30 minutes. For writing, we have 1 hour and 30 minutes also. Speaking, we have 13 minutes, okay, given, and listening, 40 minutes. Okay, previously we have reading and writing. Okay, we have reading and writing. Speaking, we also have a speaking previously, but the one comes under ULBS, okay? Ujian lisan berdasarkan sekolah, okay? School based, the one is the school based. So this one is quite different, okay, compared to previous year. Okay, and then we also have listening also. So what can I say here is that for CEFR SPM 2021 is quite similar to your PT3. Okay, it's quite similar to your PT3. Okay, there's no much different in that lah. Okay, it's quite the same as PT3. All right. Okay, now let's move on to reading. Okay, let's move on to reading. Okay. Okay, reading and use of English 119/1. Okay, /1 means this is one stands for first paper, okay, which is reading. Okay, so what are the contents in this paper? Okay, so as you know, we have 5 parts. Okay, we have 5 parts in the paper. Okay, the first part consists of 8 questions. Okay, 8 questions, 8 marks. Part 2, 10 questions, 10 marks. Okay, part 3, 8 questions, 8 marks. Part 4, 6 questions, 6 marks. And part 5, 8 questions, 8 marks. So total marks for this paper is 40 marks. And times given to answer this paper is 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay. All right. Okay, some say that reading is the hardest compared to writing, speaking, and listening. So what do you think? Okay, what do you think, guys? Okay, so some says that reading is the hardest, and some says that listening could also be tricky for some people, right? Okay, but reading can be tackled, okay, for this paper, reading can be tackled if you do a lot of reading, okay, if you do a lot of reading, you understand the word, okay, understand the word, good at grammar, then you can survive in this part, okay, for reading. So what you can do is you need to understand what you read. Okay, you need to understand what you read. Okay, even though it is, okay, you know that even though this paper, okay, this is MCQ, multiple choice question, but still you need to understand. Okay, not just look at the questions and then answer. Okay, what you need to do, you need to eliminate every single distractor. Okay, so options given are, some of the options given are the distractor. You know, is it distractor? Okay, distractor, penghalang. Okay, so they are the option given A, B, C, D. Okay, and then from A, B, C, D, there are distractors actually in the answer. Okay, so what you need to do, you go through each distractor and eliminate. Okay, then you can get the correct answer. Okay, all right. And then you can get the correct answer. Okay, so here are few tips that could help you. Okay, here are a few tips that could help you. Okay, just look at the tips given here. Okay, don't adjust, read, then try to understand. Okay, when you read, you understand. Okay, when you do reading, do lots of connection, visualize, question, infer, determine importance in the text. Okay, so what are they? What are these? Okay, what you need to do first. Okay, let's look at connect. The word connect, what does it mean? Connect here. Okay, what does it mean by the word connect? Connect means here the idea of the answer. Okay, the idea in one and another are connect to one and each other. Okay, connected. All right, visualize. What is it? Visualize. Visualize when you see and you look at it. Okay, you see and you look at it. Okay, question. Ask question. Why? Okay, why, how, when. Okay, so ask the question. All right. Infer. What is it? What is it? Infer. Okay, what is infer? Infer here means, okay, when you come to conclusion using all the infos that you have gotten from the text. Okay, from the text, then you can infer. Or we can say infer means some sort like conclusion. Okay, conclusion. Conclusion, or in other way, macam conclusion yang tersirat. Okay, the one that you cannot see clearly there, right? It's not there, but you know it is there. Understand? Okay, it's not there. Yeah, gambaran. Thank you, Aisha. All right. So this is important because it is not going to be a clear cut. All right. So even like as I said before, it is what do you say? Even it is an MCQ. Okay. Even it is an MCQ question, but it is not that straightforward questions. Okay. So it is not going to be a clear cut. So whatever it is, you need to think. And this question is quite tricky. It's quite tricky. All right. Okay. Second tips is dictionary. Okay. Dictionary. Dictionary is your best friend. Okay, make sure dictionary is your best friend. Okay, why? Why you need the dictionary? Use the dictionary when doing exercises to find the words, and because words that you find, for you to able to use it after the words later. Okay, that's why dictionary is important. Okay, I'm not saying that dictionary, because nowadays you have that online dictionary, right? So you can use online dictionary as well. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's look at testing part 1. Let's go one by one. Okay, part 1. Part 1, we have 3 option multiple choice, which is short text. Okay, so number of item is 8 given. Okay, what is it? Part 1. Okay, part 1, understand the main points in text on a wide range of familiar topics and some unfamiliar topics. Okay, so what you need to do in part 1? Okay, so part 1, there are 8 questions to answer in this part. Okay, the question, all right, the question will be on short text taken from books and magazine, where you'll be tested on your English understanding. Okay, which is consists of 8 marks. Okay, so short text, you need to really understand it. Then you can decide on the answer. Okay, so for part 1, the question might taken from, okay, short text, conversation, okay, news or message. All right. This part tests your understanding of the text itself. The texts are not going to be that very long. Okay, for part 1, it's not going to be very long, but the answers are not that clear cut. Okay, what does it mean, clear cut? It's not that clear cut. What does it mean? It's not that clear cut. Means that it's not straightforward. Okay, it's not clear cut. It's not straightforward. Okay, what you have to do, you have to undergo the text for the answer. Okay, you need to undergo the text for the answer. All right. Okay, later we'll go part by part for the question. Okay. All right. Now, part 2. Okay, part 2. What is part 2? Okay, part 2, we have 4 option multiple choice close also. Number of the items and questions. Okay, what is a close? A close, or known as a closed test, is an exercise or test which consists of a comprehension of text where elements or a portion of language have been removed. Okay, so what you need to do, a candidate is required to replace the missing language items. Okay, all right. So as you can see, for part 2, most of the questions, okay, tested on vocabulary and grammar, vocab and grammar. So these are some of the lists, okay, list of part of speech that you have learned, okay. Yeah, you still need to know what are the functions, okay, what are their functions, okay, for part of speech here. All right, So part 2, this is probably the easiest to score. Yeah, who knows? Also objectives, okay? You should try to get all 10 answers correct, okay? This part 2 is also objective, okay? Part 2 test on grammar and vocabulary, okay? Quite tricky, yeah? So for this part, it is quite tricky because if you wrongly choose the words, okay? If you wrongly choose the words, or you do not know the function for that particular sentences, you might get it wrong, okay? All right, get what I mean? So for this part, although it is the easiest to score, okay, although it is the easiest to score if you know the words or grammar, okay, if you know the words or grammar. So the keywords here, grammar and vocabulary, okay. So if you do not know, this could be the part where could be the trickiest, who knows, the trickiest. So, okay, for those who are good in grammar and vocabulary, okay, grammar and vocab, this could be the bonus part for you guys. Okay, this could be the bonus part for you guys. What you need to do, you need to choose the accurate one. Okay, choose the accurate one. After you have done, read again to get the flow of the passage. Okay, all right. Okay, any questions so far? Any questions so far? Okay, all right. Now we move on to part 2. Part 3. Yeah? Okay. Okay, part 3. Part 3. Part 3, yeah, still objective. Okay. Okay, this is kind of reading comprehension. Okay, reading comprehension. Okay, we have 4 option multiple choice with 10 items. Okay, there are 10 questions there. Okay, guess the meaning of unfamiliar words from clues provided by other words and by context on a wide range of familiar topics and some unfamiliar topics. Okay, recognize with little or no support typical features at word, sentence, and text levels of a wide range of genre. This part tests lexicogrammatical knowledge. Okay, also. All right. Okay, so part 3, yeah? Part 3. Okay. Part 3 is where you need to read a longer essay and answer 8 questions related to the text. Okay, you will be evaluated on your reading comprehension. Okay, so this for this part, the text is a bit longer. Okay, the text is a bit longer, usually with 2 columns. Okay, and the text is not going to be so difficult. Okay, don't worry because the text is not going to be that difficult. Okay, as you read it for the first time, if you do not understand, what I can say is the text is not going to be difficult as you read it for the first time. Okay, so you might need to read it twice because when you read it once, you might not be able to get the answer. That's why you need to read it once, and then you look for the questions. And what you need to do when you read the question, you have to revisit the text one more time to get the answer. Okay, so this is why the papers, this one is, we call it as a reading paper. That's why you need to read and reread. Okay. All right, reading comprehension. And then next, okay, Next is get text. Okay, get text. Part 4. Okay, part 4 is get text. I think this one has been tested. You already know this kind of question because it's already been asked in your PT3. Okay. All right. And okay, for get text, you have 6 items. Okay. Yes, you have 6 items. Understand the main points. Okay. This is also more on understanding the topics. Okay, understanding the topics. All right, where you need to insert the sentences. All right, insert the sentences in between. Where okay, there are 6 correct sentences. Okay, for this part. Okay, there are 6 correct sentences. Over 8 choices needed to be filled in the gap to ensure the paragraph is correctly structured. Okay, so for this part 4, you need to insert sentences between other sentences in the paragraph. Okay, I can see the questions there. If we misspell, the sentence has no mark. What do you mean by misspell? Which part? Aliyah Maisara. Okay, if we miss...
I think she mentioned about the last part where we have to include the answer where they have to put only one word for the answer. Question number 37 and 40, I believe.
Oh, last part.
Yeah, we will get to that part later, I think.
Yes. Okay. Which one is the hardest part? The hardest part in reading paper?
I think the part 4. I think Chandler is mentioning the part 4.
Yeah, okay. So, yes, some say that this part is quite challenging, right? And okay, why do you say that this part is difficult, is the hardest? Why? Why do you say that this part is the hardest? Okay, what you need to do, okay, before you answer this part, okay, because this part is where you need to insert sentences, right? You need to insert the sentences between, okay, between other sentences in a paragraph. Okay, so the question, give one text and they take out, okay, actually the question, where this part provides you one text and they take out sentences, and what you need to choose, you need to do is you need to choose the sentences, okay, from the options given, and then you have to put it back, okay, where you have to put it back in there, and then you can't just take it and put it. All right, you just cannot take it and put it like that. All right, okay, what you need to do, you need to read it first clearly and choose the sentences. All right, so this is one more part. When you do it right, then you might get all correct. Okay, so there are 8 options given there, 8 options of answers given, where 2 out of 8, there are 2 sentences, there are 2 distractors, okay, there are 2 distractors from the sentences, okay, and these distractors, they are really good, okay, they are really, why I'm saying that they are really good? Because sometimes the students get confused, which one is the correct one? And then, like Chandler said just now, this is the hardest part in reading paper. Yeah, it is quite challenging task, okay? So what you need to do, you need to do lots of practices, okay, for this part. All right? Okay. Here are some of the, we don't know which of the suitable sentence. Okay, these Okay, Aliyah, Ali, Aisha Asma, you can have a look at the tips here. Okay, these are some of the tips for gap text. Okay, so first, what you need to do, look at the text to see what is about. Okay, go through, try to understand the general meaning of the text. Okay, and then skim the paragraphs and look for topic sentence in each paragraph. What a paragraph. Usually this is a text and it is each paragraph is connected to one and another. Okay, and then you have to read the text before and after. Okay, before and after each gap. Okay, and try your best to guess the missing information. Of course, before and after each gap, the sentences there are what we call hint, okay, in the sentences. Okay, so go through the gap text again. Okay, try to find a link. Link between the text and the gap sentences. All right, the text and gap sentences will be on the same topic. Okay. And then what you need to do, when you have done, reread the whole text to make sure it makes sense before going to the next part. And then be careful with the distractor. Okay? Be careful with the distractor. Everyone said that part 4 is the hardest. Okay? So, what you need to do lots of practice. Okay? Look for the sentences before and after gap text so that you can get the clear picture what the text is all about. All right? Okay. And then we have the last part. Okay, last part. Okay, the last part, we evaluate your understanding of the English language. You will need to select 4 paragraphs to fit in the statements given. Then you will need to find information from the text to correctly construct a sentence. Okay, where part 5 mostly tests your understanding of English language. It is like comprehension also. Okay, you need to match the question with the paragraph from the text. Okay, so here for this one, okay, for this one, we have 2 parts here. First one is matching statement with a paragraph. Okay, and then second part is you need to fill in the blanks. It is like info transfer. Okay, so remember for the last part 5 here, usually the question, the second part, part 5 for the second part for part 5, you need to use, you cannot, only one word, okay, only one word. One word is allowed to answer, okay, and then that words are taken from the text, okay, words taken from the text. Okay, if let's say you write more than 2 words, then cannot get any marks for that. Okay, all right, and again, I think the question just now, right? If the students misspell, okay, so what happened? What do you think?
No
what do you think? No? Any marks? Misspell, of course it is wrong. So no marks. Okay, no marks. That one, no marks at all. Okay? All right, so if you have any question, you just can simply ask.
Can I ask,
Yeah.
All right. What about the grammar? If the answer, if the grammar for the answer is wrong, so is it accepted or not?
Grammar in what do you mean by grammar? Which one? Which part? Part 5.
Somehow maybe yeah, the last part, maybe the subject verb agreement, right? Sometimes we have to put as, we have then they forgot, the students forgot to put the as and whatnot. So what happened is there marks or maybe markah kesian? I don't know.
Markah kesian, that one, if we say markah kesian, that one depends on the examiner. But if the structure is totally different, memang salah lah kan. Memang tak boleh lah. Okay. That's why you need to be very careful. For part 5 ni, part 5, whatever answer, you must check. The words usually comes from the text. Okay. Words usually comes from the text. Alright. We should be very careful. Yes. Careless mistake. Okay. If you do careless mistake, then you won't get any marks for that. Okay. No marks. Yeah, no mark given. All right. Now, shall we have a look at some practice for this part? Okay, for reading. Before we move on to next session, next sharing, next paper. Okay. Be careful and pray for the examiner's mercy. Okay, now let's look at the question. Okay, students at FUNU High School in Johor Bahru wear face masks as a precaution against COVID-19 January 30, 2020. Okay. All right, look at the question. Okay, boys and girls, look at the question. Okay, do you still remember tips that I given just now? Part 1. Okay, this is a short text, right? Okay, short text. Okay. So what do you think? What is the main purpose of wearing a mask? Okay, if you look at the statement given, it says that students at FUNU High School in Johor Bahru wear face masks as a precaution against COVID-19, January 30, 2020. Okay, so what is the main purpose of wearing a mask? Is it related? Is the questions here related to the statement? Is it related? What do you think? Okay. Which one is the answer? What is the main purpose of wearing a mask? What is the main purpose of wearing a mask? Okay, A, to prevent from infecting other people with disease, to prevent the spread of COVID-19 at public places, to prevent from getting infected by other people who have diseases. What do you think? Okay, so boys and girls, you can try to answer. Put the answer in the chat box. See.
Can I say something, teacher?
Yes.
I mean, I would say that this is can be confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, back then, back in when I was facing my SPM 2013, right?
Yes.
I would say the question are not in this level yet, but now I would say it's very good. It's challenging for our students.
Yeah. This is not a direct questions, right? So you have to think beyond. Okay, that's why I said you need to connect. Okay, you need to visualize. You need to ask the questions. Okay, and then you need to infer. Okay, you need to infer. So what do you think of the answer? Yeah, agree. Should be C.
A lot of B's and C's.
Yeah, a lot of B and C's. Okay, now let's look at the answer. Yeah, the answer is B. Okay. What is the main purpose of wearing a mask? Oh, okay. If you say A, to prevent from infecting other people with disease, can you find the what we call the keywords? Okay, keywords from the sentence. Keywords. What's the keywords here? Keywords. Precaution. Okay. Precaution. Okay, the keywords here is precaution. So, precaution, okay, to prevent the spread of COVID-19 at public places. We need beef. Okay? All right? Okay, now, let's move on to next question. Sorry. Okay, one more. Okay, healthcare workers doing swab tests from workers and residents around Chowkit. The area was under close supervision by authorities as it was placed under enhanced MCO, May 7, 2020. Okay, why is the swab test important? Now, look at the keywords. Okay, look at the keywords. Okay, which one is the distractor? Okay, distractor. Recognize the distractor. Identify the distractor. Okay. All right. So, what do you think of the answer? Why is the swab test important? Okay. What do you think of the answer? Why is the swab test important? To summon a fine for those infected? Infected? No. Okay. So most of the answer C. Yeah? All right. Let's check. Did they get any award for this, Humaira?
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
For the
Okay.
quizzes. So that's why we ask our students to stay until the end for the quizzes session, so that they will really get prizes then.
Okay. Now, right, let's see whether the answer, they get the correct answer or not. Yes. Okay, bravo. Good for you. Yes, the answer is C. Okay. Yay. Okay. All right, so this is how you answer. This is how you answer part 1. Okay, saya reda kalau salah masa ni. Alright. Okay, so this is part 1. To answer part 1. So remember to eliminate the distractor. Okay, look for the keywords. Look for the keywords from the question. Okay, the keywords. All right. Okay, now let's move on to part 2. Okay, part 2. I think that you already have the paper with you, right, boys and girls? Okay, so this is questions taken from lembaga, sample questions from LPM. All right, sample question from LPM. Okay, so again, how to answer part 2. Okay, so as I told you before earlier, okay, part 2, it is more on grammar and vocab. Okay, if you look at the sample answer, okay, if you look at choices or options, most of the options given are grammar and vocab. Okay, so how to answer? Here, what you need to do, you have to go through the text first. Okay, go through the text and then look for the particular sentences. Okay, particular sentences and the words. And also, if you look at the options answer, choose for the correct words. Okay, read twice. Yes, good, Fitrina Huda. You have to read twice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we just go very quick this part, because I think that this time around is just for you to identify what types of what we call part of speech. Okay, try to match the answers given. Yeah. Okay, so have you tried to answer this one, boys and girls? Have you tried to answer these questions? Have you tried to answer this question? Now let's look at the first one. Okay, the pangolin, okay, often referred to as an anteater, is an animal usually found in Asia. So here, in here refers to what? In here refers to what? What types of part of speech in? This is preposition. Okay, in is a preposition. All right, so for number 9, okay, what do you think the answer for number 9? What do you think the answer for number 9? Okay. What do you think the answer for number 9? I think you have the question with you or not? Do you have the question with you? D. Okay, never mind. Because I need to know whether it is past or present tense here. Okay, so you have the question with you, right? So what do you think of the answer for number 9? D. Okay, D, we can say that, okay, question type, yeah, this is conjunction. Okay, the answer is D, although. Yes, okay. So do you want to check your answer? Do you want to check it? Okay, do you want to check the answer? Okay, let's go one by one. All right. So number 10, what is it? Number 10, what do you think? Perhaps the most surprising and disappointing. Okay, fact. Okay, fact about the pangolin is that it is the world's most traded animal. Okay. So the fact here is a noun, right? Okay. Some estimates what? What do you think of the answer? Okay, suggest. Okay, some estimates suggest. Okay, B. Yeah, so far so good. Okay, so far you get the correct answer. Suggest that sales of pangolins now account for up to 20% of the entire wildlife black market. The demand for pangolins comes mostly from China, where pangolin scales are thought to be a what? What do you think? Noun, okay. Cure for many health problems, yet there is no evidence to support this, right? Okay. Now, let's move on. Next one. There are 8 types of pangolins in the world. Generally, the scales on their skins Okay, what? What do you think? Number 13. What is it? The scales on their skin made up 20%. So this is a phrasal verb. Okay, so phrasal verb. Okay, phrasal verb, 20% of the pangolin's body weight. Pangolins can, what is it? Can okay, this is a verb. Okay, can consume. Okay, so remember, can, after can you use root word. Okay, can consume about 20,000 ants a day or more than 70 million ants a year. An adult pangolin's tongue is over 40 centimeters longer than the length of its what? Consume, yes. Of its, what is it? This is an adjective. Okay, adjective, entire body. Being solitary creatures, they meet only to find a partner and produce, what is it? Produce between 1 and 3 young ones. So between here is preposition. Okay, good. Baby pangolins, which have a soft skin at first, are raised over a 2-year period. Okay, when the pangolin senses, okay, what? Danger, it curls itself up into a ball. It will protect its face by hiding it under its tail. Yeah, good one. Looks like everybody everybody answers correct. Okay, last part, last one. The 3rd Saturday of February each year is now World Pangolin Day, and there is a growing effort to what? To create awareness about saving these endangered creatures. It is hoped that the future generation can benefit from this effort. So, as you can see here, most of the answer, okay, so we have phrasal verb, we have type of question, we have phrasal verb, we have adjective. So this is all part of speech, okay, where you need to master this part, okay? You need to master this part. So those who are very good in grammar, of course, you can answer very well, okay? You can answer very well, and then it's just a piece of cake, maybe, okay? It's just a piece of cake. And this also could be the bonus for you guys, okay? So please have a look at the notes on grammar. Okay, go back. Okay, go back and have a look at notes on grammar. Okay. All right, now we move on to part 3. Okay, so part 3, part 3 is a reading comprehension. Okay, actually, if the real question, so you will have 2 columns. Okay, left and right. But here I transfer it on the slide, so make it easier. One whole text, okay? But actually, it is 2 columns. Okay, there are 2 columns there. Okay, well, okay. All right, as you can see, in part 3, the text is quite long. Okay, the text is quite long, but don't worry, even it is long, but it is very direct. Okay, very direct and not that too confusing. Okay, but if you still confused with the text, you need to read and read the text. Okay, read and read again and again and again. Okay, but for this one, don't just simply go straight away to the question, because I know that most of the students, they don't like to read the text. Okay, they simply just go straight away to the question. Am I correct, Alif? I think most of the students, most of students do that, right? Okay, so they don't read. They have that. They don't like to read. Okay, they don't like to read.
Usually they would just skim it and then they
Yes.
try to relate with the scheme.
And then they go straight away to the question, right?
Yes.
That's what students do. Okay, so for this part, even the questions, even the text is quite long, but it is not that too difficult. It is not that too confusing. Okay, it is a very direct text. Okay, so before you answer, you need to read the question and identify the keywords. Okay, let's have a look at the question. Okay, hopefully that you can answer. You can read on your own. Okay, all right. Now let's look at the question. Okay, look at the question. You need to read the questions and identify the keywords here. Okay, the keywords. So this part is quite easy because if you look at the okay, take note on the WH question. Okay, most of these questions are WH question. What are WH question? The five wives and one husband, right? You still remember that one? WH question. Anyone? What is WH question? Siapa yang tahu? Siapa yang tahu? Tulis kat situ, dekat chat tu. WH question. What are they? Okay, the 5 wives and 1 husband. Okay, so if you look at the question,
Okay.
take.
Madam Nuruda.
Yes.
So actually there's a question here. Sebenarnya soalan-soalan SPM ni dari buku teks form 4, 5 ke?
Okay. Maksud soalan SPM tu the real question, the real SPM or what? So this one, the one that I share here, this one is taken from some of them from lembaga, okay, where masa lembaga mula-mula keluarkan format ni, so they share lah types of question, okay. Tapi actually from you can actually have a look at the question from the textbook as well, okay, especially for focus on grammar and vocab, that one. Okay, am I answering the question? Hopefully. All right.
Can I also add a bit?
Yeah.
Actually, especially the part where Madam Nuruda mentioned about phrasal verb and then the word formation, all of them are in textbook actually. So that's why me myself, I ask my student to focus on that part whenever we get to that part. So the textbook actually really help you. So don't just ignore the textbook. You should go and look at the notes, especially the part where you mentioned about phrasal verb, the grammar part, and then there's also questions, essay question which very relatable lah with the SPM question. So it's actually really helpful. The textbook actually helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Myra. Okay. Some of them. wrote here what the WH question: why, what, when, where, who, and how. Yes. So this for this part 3, yes, of course, it is related to WH question, and it is easy for you guys because if you look at question number 19 in paragraph 1, so what you need to do, you just focus paragraph, you just find the answer from paragraph 1. Okay, same goes to next question. Okay, in paragraph 2, so just look, find the answer from paragraph 2. Okay, okay, read and understand the passage. Okay, so previously SPM last year, yeah, we have that numbering of paragraph, right? If you still remember, Alif, Umairah, okay, you have that numbering for each paragraph. Okay.
Yes, the line and then the paragraph.
Yes, that represent how many paragraphs and represent lines, right? But not this year, there's no more. You have to count it for yourself, okay? So you have to just, there are 2 columns actually, 2 columns, okay? 2 columns of text, okay? So no numbering, so what you need to do, you have to count. You just count it yourself, okay? Which paragraph, okay? From top to bottom, okay? Paragraph 1, paragraph 2. So most of the question, okay, the sequence of the question flows from top to the end of the text. Okay, from top to the end of the text. So so you can see here examples, right? 19. Okay, question number 19 in paragraph 1. Paragraph 1, so you have to look at the first paragraph. Okay, on top, of course, the top one, paragraph 1, right? And then paragraph 2, and then it goes on and on. Okay, all right. So you don't have to look, let's say in paragraph 1, so you don't have to find it from other paragraphs. So you just focus to paragraph 1. Okay, just focus on paragraph 1. Okay, so you don't have to answer this. You just skip this one. Okay. All right, this one you can you can do on your own, okay, and then you can check later. Okay, so this one, part 4. Part 4, because some say that part 4 is the hardest. Okay. Okay, some say that part 4 is the hardest one. Okay, so what you need to do before you answer part 4? Of course, you will say you have to read the text, right? Yes, again, you have to read. Because paper 1, of course, paper 1 is a reading and use of English. So that's why you need to read, and read. Okay, so how to answer part 4? Okay, first read the 8 answers option. Okay, so there are 8 answers options there. Okay, and try to circle the keywords. Okay, circle the keywords. Okay, circle the keywords. Okay, the first step. Okay, first step is read the sentences given A to H. Okay, A to H is the options. Okay, options of the answer. Okay, so each sentences circle for the keywords. Okay, so circle the keywords and then read the text and read the sentences that comes before. That comes before and after the missing sentences. Okay, before and after the missing sentences, and then you can guess and know the best matching sentences. Okay, and then what you need to do, you choose the answer that best fits the gap, and then read again. Okay, read the text again with the selected alphabets. Okay, alphabets means that sentence given to lah A to H. Okay, and then okay, and then lastly, check if they make sense. Check if they make sense and there is a flow of ideas. Okay, flows of ideas. Now, let's try first. Question number 27 here. Okay, I think that all of you has the question with you, right? Okay, now for question number 27, what do you think of the keywords before and after? What do you think of the keywords before and after? Okay, anyone? Where's that? Siapa tu yang tadi yang cakap susah tu? This part tu? Apa nama tadi tu? Is still here? That girl or a guy? I'm not sure. Okay, so how to answer? All right, 27. Look for the keywords before and after. Okay, so for number 27, okay, made it compulsory is the keyword. Before and after, we had no choice but to. Okay, so the keyword is made it compulsory, before and had no choice but to. Okay, before and after. So what do you think of the question? What do you think of the answer? So what do you think of the answer? Anyone who likes to answer? Share your answer in the chat board. Susah sebab tak faham maksud. Aisyah. Okay. D. Hanim said D. Okay, let's check. Is it D? Yes, correct. Yay. Good for you. Okay. So means that you understand. Okay. Okay, susah sebab tak faham maksud. Okay, now we are doing practice, right? So while you are doing practice, masa you buat drilling, you buat latihan, banyakkan guna apa? Dictionary. Okay? Use dictionary. Kan teacher kata tadi? Use dictionary. Dictionary, make a dictionary as your friend. Guna dictionary. Okay? Boleh, Alia? Okay? Masa ni lah, masa you buat latihan ni, guna dictionary. Okay, jangan malas nak guna dictionary. Okay. Bila once you dah guna dictionary, maknanya perkataan-perkataan tu nanti you boleh guna untuk next exercise. Alright? Okay, now let's look at number 28. Okay. Difficult situation is the word before. And keywords after? New prefix. Okay, so what do you think of the answer? Kalau guna Google jadi tak? Google what? Google Translate. Sometimes Google Translate also not that tak digalakkan sangat. Okay, so what do you think of the answer? 28. A, B. Okay, let's look at the answer. B. Yes. Okay, good for you, Putri. Yeah. Ghost said you need to read more book that will help strengthen your vocab. Yes, thank you, Ghost. Yeah, it's correct. You need to read more books. Yeah, nowadays we have online books, right? Online, everything is online. So You don't have to go to buy any books anymore. Okay, everything is online. Okay, all right. Next, 29 keywords. Okay, not to judge. Okay, and approach. Okay, so the answer is A. All right, and then we have occasionally got homesick. Okay, so I just share the answer with you. Okay. Okay, 31 giving us a practical, and then we have a keyword after. So the answer is E. Okay, and then gain skills necessary, credit must be given. Okay, and the answer is C. All right. Okay. Okay. Now we move on to our last part for reading. Okay, which is part 5. Okay, so here, part 5, it is kind of a reading comprehension. Okay. It is more on also same as reading comprehension. Yeah, you still have to read to get the keywords and the idea what the text is about, right? Okay. Here you have the two parts here. So this is the two part that I shared just now. Okay, two parts, which is a matching statement with paragraph. Okay, and then another one is you have to fill in the blanks. Okay, so this is like info transfer. Okay, so info transfer. Read the question. Okay, complete the notes below using information from the text. Choose no more than one word. Okay, choose no more than one word. Means that only one word. Okay, so one word here taken from the text just now. Okay, text just now. Okay, let's say if you answer more than one word, so did you get any marks? Let's say one word is correct. Any marks for that? No marks. Even though one word is correct. Sebab arahan dia kata one word only. One word. Okay, so kena ada satu kataan sajalah. Cannot be more than one. Okay. Alright. Choose no more than one word equal just one word. Yes. Thank you. All right. Any question? I think that's all for reading part. Okay. So these are the answer for this part. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any questions for reading parts? Any questions for reading parts? Okay, so if there's no question, I'd like to move on to next session, which is writing. Okay. Okay, writing. Okay, writing. Okay, writing. So for writing, we have three parts. We have three parts. Okay, part 1, part 2, and part 3. Okay. For part 1, we focus on short communicative message. Okay, short communicative message, which is an email. Okay, which is an email. Okay, so the duration for this paper is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So each part consists of 20 marks. Okay, each part consists of 20 marks. Part 1, 20, part 2, 20, part 3 also 20 marks. Okay, all right. So part 2 is a guided writing. Okay, guided. Email is easy, yes. Guided writing. Part 3, extended writing task, where there are 3 questions actually. There are 3 questions. So out of 3, you have to choose only one. Okay. So within 1 hour 30 minutes, so these are the suggested time spent for each part. Okay, why I said that you need to be very careful with time. Okay, because you have to answer 3 essays, even though it is some say that email is easy, guided writing is quite easy, but you still need to remember you have that you have to be very careful. Okay, very careful when you answer the question and when you write your answers. Okay. All right. Now let's have a look at this part very quick. Okay, part 1, short communicative essays, okay, which is an email. So this is a task format, a short response to an informal message. Suggested word count is 80 words. Okay, suggested. Okay, suggested means cadangan jumlah patah perkataan. 80 patah perkataan. Okay, suggested time 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, to answer this part. Okay, if let's say you write more than 80 words, okay, what will happen? If let's say more than 80 words, what do you think? More than 80 words. Potong markah ke? Adakah markah anda dipotong? Okay. It's okay. Okay, it's okay to have more than 80 words. It's okay, yeah. It's okay to have more than 80 words. But don't write it too long because you need to, yes, Chandler. Yeah, I agree. I think nothing affected, just waste our time. Yes, wasting your time because you need to write another 2 essays. Okay, you need to write another 2 essays. All right. Okay, part 2, guided writing. Okay, this is also task format, also a longer text based on a text stimulus. Okay, suggested word count 125 to 150 words. Okay, and suggested time 25 to 35 minutes. Okay. So guided writing, what does it mean by guided writing? What does it mean by guided writing? Essay that provided with some guidelines. Okay. All right. So after this, we have a look at the sample questions. Okay. Sample question. Okay. So part 2, usually we have 4 types of guided writing under CEFR. Okay. The first one is for and against essay. Okay, and second one is opinion essay. Third one is providing solution to problems essay, and last one is the discursive essays. Okay, so these are types of guided writing that comes under CEFR. Okay, so usually as your previous MPP questions. Okay, MPP question is okay, for and against essay. Okay, for and against essay, right? Okay, part 3. Part 3 is extended writing task. Okay, extended writing task. Okay, suggested word count 200 to 250 words, and suggested time 35 to 45 minutes. Okay, to answer. Okay, so usually for part 3, okay. So part 3, we have 4 types of question. Okay, actually dia kalau soalan betulnya 3 saja dibagi. But you need to know these 4 types of essay, which is articles, narrative, review and report. Okay, you kena tahu kesemua 4 ni. Okay, you need to know all these 4. But in the questions only 3. Okay, from the question for part 3, only 3 types of essay. So it can be report, article, narrative. It can be report, review, narrative, or it can be narrative, report, or article. Okay, dia boleh jadi macam-macam kat situ. So out of 3 questions, you need to answer only 1. Okay, out of 3, only 1 that you need to answer. All right. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at your question, your MPP question. Okay, your MPP question. Do you still remember your MPP question? Okay, so so this is taken from MPP question. Read the instruction for each part of the paper carefully. Answer the part 1 question, part 2 question, and 1 question from part 3. Okay, information for students. There are 5 questions in this paper. Answer 3 questions. Each question in this paper carries equal marks. Okay, which is 20. Kan, 20 markah. Okay, now let's look at part 1. Okay, this is part 1 taken from your MPP question. Okay, so you must answer this question. Okay, this is writing an email. You must answer this question. Question 1. Okay, question 1. You receive an email from your classmate, Farah. Okay, hi, Johan's birthday is coming up. Let's get him something. Any ideas on what we should get him? How much should we spend and where can we buy it from? I'll be waiting for your reply. Bye. Now write an email to your friend in about 80 words. Write your answer below. Okay, now from the question, what are the keywords? Keywords. Keywords. What are the keywords here? Okay, so how to answer? Okay, how many parts? How many tasks? How many tasks? What we should get him? Okay, Chandler, how many tasks? How many tasks? First, what we should get him? Okay, first task. Any ideas on what we should get him? What we should get him is the okay, 3 tasks. Okay, any idea on what we should get him first? Okay, and then how much should we spend? Okay, how much? Yeah, 3 tasks. And where can we buy it from? Okay, so if possible, for email, write in 3 paragraphs. Okay, 3 paragraph. First paragraph is the introduction. Okay, second paragraph, Okay, second paragraph is the ideas on what we should get him. Okay, third paragraph, how much should we spend? And then last paragraph is where can we buy it from? Okay, where can we buy it from? Okay, and then last paragraph is a closing. Okay, ending. All right, so 3 tasks. Yeah, very good. Everybody answer good. Okay, good answer. Okay, now part 1. Part 2. Okay, part 2, guided writing. Okay, guided writing, part 2, guided writing. Okay, you must answer this question. Write your answer in 125 to 150 words in an appropriate style. Question 2, your class has been discussing online classes during COVID-19 pandemic and your teacher has asked you to write an essay about your experience on online learning. Okay, so in your essay, you should write about the advantages of online learning, the disadvantages of online learning, whether you prefer online learning or classroom learning. Write your essay using all the notes and giving reason for your point of view. Okay, so if you look at the question here, your class has been discussing online classes during COVID-19 pandemic and your teacher has asked you to write an essay about your experience on online learning. So this is not answering the question yet. So this is not the task yet. Okay, so this is just the question. This is still the question. Okay, so what you need to do? What you need to do? This the first one, the advantages, disadvantages, and whether you prefer. So these are the tasks that you need to answer. Okay, so these are the tasks that you need to answer. All right. So the first one is the advantages, and again, okay, Aisha. Teacher, can we just make 3 paragraphs combined with introduction and the conclusion? Yes, you can have 3 paragraphs, but I suggest, I always ask the students to write 5 paragraphs, okay, so that the examiner can differentiate between the introduction and the conclusion. And your essay looks more organized, yes. More organized, yeah. More organized and flow, okay? Follow the flow, okay? Because you have the introduction, you have the content, and then the conclusion, okay? Boleh, Aisyah, bukan kata salah pun, it's not wrong to combine, but it is more organized. Okay, if you answer it, paragraph by paragraph. Okay, so part 1, how many paragraph? Yeah, you can have it 5 paragraph also, Fitrina. Okay, 5 paragraph as well. Don't worry, for introduction and conclusion, you don't have to write it that too long. Okay, tak payah panjang-panjang pun untuk introduction dengan conclusion, especially for email. Okay, part 1 lagi lah, pendek je kan, 80 words. Okay, so agak-agak lah, 80 words only, yeah, Fitrina. So you don't have to write it too long. Okay, so same goes to question 2 and question 3. Okay, question 3 nanti kita giting. Let's look at question 3 after this. Okay, so part 2. Part 2 again, if possible, and try to have it 5 paragraph as well. Okay, so first for the introduction. Okay, first for the second one. Okay, second paragraph, the advantages of online learning. Okay, and then we have a third paragraph, the disadvantages of online learning. And then fourth paragraph, whether you prefer online learning or classroom learning. Okay, whatever it is, you have to answer all these questions. Okay, you have to answer all these questions. Kalau you tak menjawab soalan ni, you takkan dapat markah yang tinggi untuk content. Okay, you won't get 5 marks for content. Okay. So the advantages of online learning, disadvantages. How many advantages? How many advantages? How many disadvantages that you should provide? How many? If let's say only one, is it okay? Only one advantages? Not advantages, only one advantage and one disadvantage. Is it okay? Okay, thank you. 2 or 3 maybe? Yep. Okay, if you can provide more than one, it's okay. Okay, but if let's say you can only provide with one, pun tak apa. Okay, it's okay as well. All right. Okay, so write your essay using all the notes. Okay, using all the notes. So these are the notes here. These are the notes. The advantage, the notes. Okay, use all the notes here. 3 notes here, and giving reason. Okay, giving reason means that you need to elaborate. Okay, giving reasons for your point of view. Okay, so don't forget your preference. Which one do you choose, online learning or classroom learning? All right. Okay, question. So teacher, despite we must write the guided point only ke teacher, we shouldn't write about our experience on online learning ke teacher? Okay, wait. Despite we must write the guided point only ke teacher? Yes, you have to answer that question. Okay, what do you mean by guided point ni? Yang ni lah. Is it Najihah? Nurul Najihah? And we shouldn't write about our experience. Yes, you can write about your experience at the same time answering the question. Okay. All right.
I think maybe she can put her experience on online learning for the last the third, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth paragraph, whether you prefer online learning or classroom learning, so she can provide her reasoning.
Experience.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I said, you can put your experience as long as you answering the question. At the same time, you answer the question. Okay. Yeah, Aisha Asma, just focus on the task, only the task 3, only that 3 things, okay? Only that 3 things. Yeah, but then again, Nurul Najihah, if you want to share your experience on online learning, yes, you can put at the last point there, the preference, right?
I think we can also use it as the elaboration for the point, right? Yeah, the disadvantages and the advantages.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Clear enough? All right. Now we move on to part 3. Okay. Part 3, extended writing task. Okay. Extended writing task where you have to answer only one question. Okay. One of the question 3 to 5. Okay, so here there are 3 questions, and then out of 3, choose only one. Okay, choose only one. Okay, write your answer in 200 to 250 words in an appropriate style on this question paper. Put the question number in the box at the top of the answer space. Okay, let's look at question 3 first. Okay, so question 3. Okay. Question 3. This one is, you see this notice on the board in your class. Okay, one word is missing here. Okay, articles wanted. School award day. Okay, so here, how many tasks that you have to do? Okay, how many tasks that you have to do here? Okay. This one is article. Okay, so article, you need to first, same as the previous one. Okay, first one is what categories of awards to be given, what prizes are suitable for the winners, and how can the school encourage students to win the awards. So there are 3 tasks that you need to answer. Okay, so using these 3 tasks, 3 tasks here, write an article. Okay, so write an article. And an article answering this question. The best article will be published on your school Facebook page. Okay, yes, 3 tasks. All right. Okay, again, same as the previous one. Okay, if possible, try to make it in 5 paragraph. Okay, first, try to explain what is school award day. Okay, just only like 2 or 3 sentences. Okay, in 1 paragraph for introduction. Okay, and then first bullet is your second paragraph, and then this part where you need to explain what categories of award. Okay, apa dia? Award apa yang you nak bagi untuk students tu? Okay, for example, best students, what else? Best students, anything What else? Apa lagi? Best students.
Full attendance.
Come again?
Full attendance.
Full attendance, yeah. Full attendance, okay. Yeah, it can be anything, okay. So must be more than one, okay. What prizes? Okay, what prizes are suitable for the winners? Let's say trophies, certificates, right? Or cash money, maybe hampers or whatever. Okay, and how can the school encourage students to win the awards? So what schools can do to encourage the students, okay, to get involved with this award, okay,
Be promotion.
Be promoted, yeah, anything, right? So answer the question, okay? So answer the question. Once you answer the question, then you can get the marks, okay? So these are the questions. These are the tasks that you need to do, okay? So these are the tasks that you need to do, okay? All right. Okay. How about the format? What about format? Format for articles. Anyone? Kalau format ni macam mana? Penting tak format tu? Okay. What do you think? Okay. I answer after this. All right. Now, let's move on to question 4. Question 4, your school has decided to start a YouTube channel for students. Your principal has asked you to carry out a survey on the types of contents preferred by students. In your report, okay, so the first one is an article. The second one is a report. Okay, so a report, okay, educational programs. Okay, in your report, you should include educational programs. Okay, entertainment, and reason why the channel would be popular. Okay, so again, still the same with 5 paragraph introduction, and the first, second, third bullet here consists of 3 paragraph, and last paragraph will be the closing. Okay, same sama sahaja. Okay, educational programs. Okay, I think that you need to highlight. One education. Might as well you need to give example. What types of educational programs that you would like to would you like to have? Okay, and then explain. And then entertainment, what are they? And then the reason why the channel would be popular. Yeah, you can see that because nowadays that everybody use YouTube channel, right? So sekarang ni memang semua orang guna online semua kan. Okay, so might as well, explain a bit about it. Alright. Okay, so this one is a report. So report, when you write a report, you have to use, when you write a report, this one is, some say that report has many format. Okay, so don't worry, as long as you follow a format from the textbook. Okay, because from the textbook you have that macam tajuk kat atas each paragraph. Okay, you have that
Subtopic.
Subtopic, yeah. Okay, that word, subtopic. You have the subtopic, okay? And then if you want to write it straight away, pun is okay. All right, so you can use both. Okay, it's either you want to have that subtopic, okay, the one that same as from the textbook, or you want to write a report without subtopics straight away, it's okay. Okay, boleh. All right. Okay, and then last one is, this one is story. Okay, this one is story. Your teacher has asked you to write a story. Okay, so story, some say that story is is easy to score. Okay, it's quite easy to score. All right. Some say that story is easy to score. Why is it so? Because they say that you can write anything. Yes or no? You can write anything because it is a story. It is a story and it is an open essay. Okay? You can create your own story. Okay? Create your own story. Use your imagination. Use your own creativity to write the story. Okay? And this one is very straightforward question. Your story must include an unexpected event. Okay, when it say an unexpected event, it can be anything. It's either sad event, happy event, unexpected. Okay, you do not know. And then lessons learned. When it say lessons learned, come up with more than one lessons. Okay, not lesson learned only one. Okay, you must come up with more than one. Okay, so again, unexpected and lesson learned. Okay, all right. Okay, any questions? Lesson learned, lessons. Okay, any questions? Yeah, we don't know how to make examiner feels interesting with our imagination story. Okay, Chandler, you can write anything. Okay, you can write anything. But please remember, if you want to write, you can write your own story. Like write you to get that interesting story. What you need to do to make the examiner feel interesting with your story, you must have that interesting introduction. Okay, interesting introduction, like love at the first sight. Love at the first sight. Sekali jumpa, sekali tengok je dah jatuh cinta. Tu cara nak tulis esei yang menarik. Okay. Can we make the story like fantasy story? Yes. When it says story, when it says story, you can write about anything. Anything under the sun is a story. You can be creative, okay? Be creative when writing a story. Because the examiner won't bother whether the story is a real story or it just imagination story. Okay, they won't bother. They just look for the content. All right. So be creative as you can. Teacher, can we make the opening throwback scene? Yeah, it's up to you. Okay, it's up to you how you are going to make your story interesting. All right. Okay. I think okay. Now that's the end of writing paper. Okay. Okay, Humaira.
Yes. Yeah.
Can we still move on with paper speaking and listening? Just a
I
bit.
don't think so because there's 5 minutes left, and then we've
Uh-huh.
provided quiz for the students, participants.
Okay.
So maybe you can share the the info to the teachers, and then we will share it to our students lah later.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. Okay. So I think that's about it. If you so we have done with reading and writing parts. Okay, reading and writing part. Actually, I have another two, but then it's already 11. Okay. And yeah, but that one is that speaking and listening is also quite something new to us as well, right? Something new to us as well. Okay, so I think that's all about it. Okay, so if you have anything, or I have a few, maybe I can share some info with teachers as well later. All right? Okay. Any question? Any questions before I end my session? Okay. I think no question. All right. So back to you. Does the use of C1 and C2 words in speaking test can privilege students get best mark? Yes. Yes, Shanda. The use of C1 and C2 words in speaking test. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I think no more question, right, teacher?
Yeah.
All right. So Alhamdulillah, obviously what an interesting and informational sharing that we've just had from Madam Nurul Huda. So we would like to express our gratitude to Madam Nurul Huda binti Abdullah. We truly hope that the sharing tonight would help our students in preparing for SPM, inshallah.
Yeah.
Now, let us continue with the online quiz. Okay. Now, before the quizzes is only obviously for students from the district of Dungun. Okay. So please insert your full name and school. For example, okay, Akilah Humaira binti Mokhtar dash SMK Seri Paka. You can see the example from the chat right there. There is a link, by the way, that you can click that will be directed to the quizzes session. Okay, we will wait around maybe a minute or two, okay, for our students to register to the online quiz. All right, you can see the link right there right now. Okay. So yeah, you can either use the link, okay, or you can click on the QR. You can scan the QR code. All right, still loading. I think it's because Miss Akila haven't started the quiz yet. Cannot be accessed.
Okay.
I'm still loading. All right. We will try to get it fixed in a minute. All right, everyone, have you tried to refresh your browser? Try to refresh for now. All right. So I've tried it myself right now, and I'm also loading. I think that there's a problem with quizzes. I think nothing wrong with your internet connection or anything. I think it's just quizzes right now. Yeah, I totally understand. Like I said before, I've just opened the link shared just now, and it's still loading. I think maybe Miss Humara can open the quiz, and maybe students can just answer it at the free time, so we can have the winner. Okay, we can have the winner not announced tonight then. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
it's loading, then I
think
think
that's
that's the only way.
all right. I think that's the
So
best thing.
hmm
Mm.
yeah, still loading. Yeah, I get that.
So we will share the link to your English teachers. So maybe we will get the highest mark. So there will be marks, right, every time you answer the quizzes. So the highest mark will be taken as the winners. All right. So I'm so sorry for the delay. So Mr. Alif, let's proceed lah. I think we are so sorry for the delay and for any
Yeah.
inconvenience.
Okay. So I think since okay, like I said before, maybe we will announce. We'll be in contact with your teachers, right? Miss Humaira.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Your English panels at school.
So we cannot tell you how many questions. Okay. Once you enter the quiz, then try your best to answer. We have few great gifts, okay, present right in there. Okay, so try your best to answer the quiz right after this. Okay. So so I guess right now we have now come to the end of tonight's program Wasilah Wacana Ilmu Sederap Pasti Menyerlah for English subject. Okay, we would like to express our appreciation and gratitude to our distinguished guests, and of course our facilitator for tonight, teacher Nurul Huda binti Abdullah. Not to forget, thank you to the Dungun District Education Office for organizing this informative and beneficial program. Okay, and lastly, thank you, and also we truly apologize for the technical problems that we are having tonight. Okay, and thank you to everyone who has joined tonight's program from the beginning up until right now, 11:10 p.m.
All right. So your participation tonight was very, very supportive. Thank you for being so supportive. You've asked so many questions, and then you really focus for the sharing. And then the attending. I would like to remind you again that the attendance form link has been posted. Please fill the link and then do it correctly, all right, with the spelling for your name, school, and your IC numbers, all right, and then the e-certificate will be sent to the email address from the form. So please write the correct email so that you will get your e-certification. All right, as the moderator for tonight's program, I would like to humbly apologize for any mistakes or errors that might exist throughout this program, especially the quiz part lah. All right, representing SMK Seri Paka, I would like to thank Dungun District Education Office for their trust in us to be in charge of tonight's program. Lastly, let us end tonight's session with Surah Al-Asr and Tasbih Kafarah. Wal-Asr, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal-Asr, innal insana lafi khusr illa allazina amanu wa Amin, amin. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye. All right, so please scroll. Scroll if you want the link. There's the links are already been posted. You can just scroll the chat space. All right, so thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.